Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Diana Rubio, and I had the pleasure of working alongside Mr. Figueroa in his dual language fourth grade classroom at Campbell Elementary School. When we began AmeriCorps, Paul asked us to choose a word to represent our year of service. The word I chose was commitment. At that point, I wasn't quite sure what I was committing to, but I'm glad I did, because my year of service turned out to be a commitment to social justice, student empowerment, and embracing new experiences. This was the first year Camp Mel partnered with AmeriCorps, and I have a few people to thank for my incredible experience. Mr. Juan Figueroa, Ms. Karina Barrios, Ms. Zuleika Rodriguez, Mr. Tony Diaz, Principal Barnard James, Ms. Nikki Hazel, Paul Costello, all of the wonderful Camp Mel students, and of course, my supportive AmeriCorps cohort. Today I'll share a story of how we transported over 100 students to the University of Maryland with the goal of promoting college awareness and inspiring students to aim high. Early in the year, David, one of my fourth grade students, asked, "Do you have recess in college?" Gabby, another one of my students, added, "No one in my family went to college. What do you do there?" We were discussing college during a lunch bunch, and the students had tons of questions. Like my students, when I was their age, I had these questions too. As the daughter of immigrants, I was ill-equipped to navigate the road to achieving advanced educational goals for myself. Acknowledging the fact that my students come from a similar background, I asked them if they'd enjoy a trip to the University of Maryland, to which the students excitedly replied, yes. Filled with a new sense of responsibility, I emailed a field trip proposal and expense report that same afternoon to Principal James. I waited for a reply and followed up with a note asking to discuss the possibility of the field trip. Juan, my supervising teacher, constantly reminds me to manage my expectations, and I certainly had to in this case. My emails went unanswered, and I began to feel like my messages were lost in his inbox. Maybe they went straight to spam, or maybe the resulting silence was simply his way of saying no. One afternoon, Dr. James and I happened to be walking in the same hallway. As a principal, he is known to be strict, and pitching my idea to him made me nervous. Not only because of his no-nonsense attitude, but because I was new to the school community. How could he trust me to coordinate a fourth grade field trip? This seemed like the perfect opportunity to find out. "Hey, Dr. James," I said cheerfully down the hallway. He turned around, smiling as he waved at me and asked about my Camp Mel experience. I could feel the blood rush to my face as I replied, "Great, I'd like to take fourth grade to the University of Maryland." He took off his glasses, furrowed his eyebrows, and asked me, "Can we take fifth grade too?" I said, "Of course," not realizing the fact that that would mean coordinating a field trip for over 100 students. Without hesitation, he approved the field trip and said, "Okay, let's do it. Tell Ms. Stevens, the assistant principal, that I approved the field trip. It'll be a great opportunity for the students." I was shocked at how supportive and excited he was of the idea, and how an impromptu pitch in the hallway led to a painless field trip approval. Friday, May 26, 2017, was the day my ability to plan a successful event was put to the test. That morning, one of my fourth grade students, Jessica, hugged me teary-eyed and thanked me for taking them to the University of Maryland. I definitely felt the pressure to deliver a memorable moment for the students, and I certainly hope that what I had planned was enough. The students' excitement continued to build as we made our way over to the university, where our AmeriCorps guides greeted us and helped us navigate the home of the Chirps. The students were overjoyed to rub Tostito's nose for good luck during their campus tour, and to learn firsthand about engineering, agriculture, astronomy, and cutting-edge research labs. Over 100 students participated in the field trip and left empowered, with a greater appreciation for careers in science and a better understanding of college life. At the end of the trip, we asked students to share their highlights. Malachi said, visiting the campus wind tunnel made me want to work there when I grow up because you get a lot of money and you can have fun. Before I wanted to be a soccer player, but now I changed my mind. This was the best trip ever. And Annalyn said that her favorite part was when we went to the space lab and when they talked about NASA and showed us the robots and how they worked in space. I'm confident that we planted just enough of a seed to change the narrative, to motivate our students to attend college. The trip helped solidify the notion that they have the potential to be the first in their family to attend a 4-year university and aspire to accomplish professional goals regardless of their legal status or socioeconomic background. College is no longer uncharted territory, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to make a lasting impression on our students. Thank you.